Hola, I'm Alicia Navarrete, and this is your Week in Yucatán Today, presented by Yucatán Today and La Jornada Maya. Every week, we bring you Yucatán's local news in under 10 minutes. Only local news, featuring news you can use and a quick summary of recent events. This week, Mexico's National Environmental Agency permanently shut down a pig farm near Mérida. Yucatán's red tide emergency has officially ended. A new tourist information module is now available at La Plancha Park. Yucatán will participate in a nationwide disaster preparedness drill. The Mexican Navy flagship vessel Cuauhtémoc is set to visit Progreso just months after its Brooklyn Bridge collision. Yucatán students will get an extended holiday for Independence Day. Let's get started. In a significant win for environmental activists, last Tuesday, the Federal Environmental Agency Profepa permanently shut down a pig farm in Santa Maria Chi, 20 minutes east of Mérida. The closure comes after the farm repeatedly failed to comply with 7 corrective measures, including illegally dumping its wastewater. This action is the culmination of a years-long fight by civil organizations and local Maya communities who have argued that the farm has negatively impacted their quality of life. Profepa will now focus on ensuring the company conducts an environmental damage study and properly dismantles the site. After several weeks of restrictions, the local Red Tide Committee officially declared the end of the environmental emergency here in Yucatán on Thursday. After evaluating a number of scientific and health indicators, authorities confirmed that normal conditions have returned to the shoreline. As we report in early August, the algal bloom affected the Yucatecan coast between Cisal and Progreso, with authorities encouraging people not to swim in the area for safety. Beginning this week, a new tourist information module is now operating at La Plancha Park. The new module is part of a citywide effort to boost tourism and create jobs, and it will offer personalized service, maps, and information on local attractions. This is also a spot where you can always find print issues of Yucatán Today magazine. This new module will operate from 4 to 10 p.m. on weekdays and on weekends from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Mark your calendars for Friday, September 19th, when Yucatán will join the rest of the country in the second national drill of 2025. The national drill commemorates the 1985 Mexico City earthquake, an event that changed the country's disaster response protocols for good. While seismic activity in Yucatán is negligible, the local drill will simulate the threat of hurricane or fire. The nationwide exercise includes the new alert system, which will send a message directly to over 80 million cell phones. If you're in Mexico, at 12 p.m., you'll get a message on your phone that says, "Esto es un simulacro." This is a drill. The alert will work on all cell phones with a signal, even if they're not connected to the internet. This is all part of a larger effort to strengthen our preparedness and keep everyone safe. It was announced this week that the Mexican Navy's training vessel, the majestic sailing ship Cuauhtémoc, will be making a stop in the port of Progreso from November 10th to the 15th. The best part? It will be open to the public for free tours. The Cuauhtémoc made headlines recently after a collision with the Brooklyn Bridge in New York that is still under investigation. This upcoming visit is a great opportunity to see this iconic vessel and its crew up close. Here's a reminder that this Tuesday, Mexico is celebrating the 215th anniversary of its fight for independence. September 16 is a national holiday, but it will be an especially long one in Yucatán. The governor declared that the day before, Monday, September 15th, will also be a day off from school, which means that students and teachers will get an extra long weekend to celebrate. And if you're wondering what the Mexican independence celebration entails and how you can join in the fun, check out last week's episode of Your Week in Yucatán Today. We'll leave you a link in the show notes. Now let's take a look at some fun stuff happening in the following days. Looking for a new hobby? Why not learn the jarana? This traditional Yucatecan dance is a vibrant and festive way to connect with centuries of local history and culture. You can join free classes at the San Sebastian Church Atrium every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. No experience is needed, just a desire to dance, have fun, and make new local friends. Celebrate Mexico's Independence Month with the state's very own Orquesta Típica Yucalpeten. This Sunday, September 14th at 7 p.m., the orchestra will present Viva México at the Palacio de la Música Concert Hall. The show will feature timeless Mexican classics like Cielito Lindo and La Bikina. It's a wonderful opportunity to experience the traditional music that this legendary orchestra has worked to preserve for over 80 years. Attention art lovers! The Transversales International Festival is bringing a group of renowned performing artists from around the world to Yucatan. From September 23rd to October 4th, creators from France, Canada, and the US will be sharing their skills with local artists. There will also be open performances and public workshops at places like the Armando Manzanero Theater, so you can join the action. If you're an artist and would like to participate, you can sign up for the workshops at the Transversales website. Find direct links to more details on these events in this episode's description, and check out yucatantoday.com for more activities to explore our state. Every Friday, La Jornada Maya publishes a feature on one of the many native species that share the Yucatan Peninsula with us. Ever heard of a tiger with wings? Meet the bare-throated tiger heron, a majestic bird that's a common sight in the mangroves and wetlands of the Yucatan Peninsula. Named for the tiger-like stripes on its neck, this stealthy hunter can stand up to 80 centimeters tall and weighs just over 1 kilogram, or roughly 2 pounds. It's a master of patience, waiting motionless on the water's edge before striking with its long beak to snatch up an unsuspecting fish, frog, or crustacean. As a solitary creature, the tiger heron is shy and tends to keep to itself, making a sighting a special treat. Unfortunately, its unique plumage has made it a target for poaching, which is why it's a protected species in Mexico. Read more about the bare-throated tiger heron by visiting lajornadamaya.mx. You'll find a link in this episode's description. That's your week in Yucatan today. We welcome your feedback, questions, and ideas. Get in touch with us at editor@yucatantoday.com. Your Week in Yucatan Today is jointly produced by Yucatan Today and La Jornada Maya. Make sure to subscribe, review, and recommend our podcast so we can continue to bring you a summary of Yucatan's local news in English. Yucatan Today is the Yucatan Traveler's Companion. Find our travel, culture, and food content at yucatantoday.com. La Jornada Maya is a print and digital newspaper with the most relevant information from the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, and the world. I'm your host, Alicia Navarrete. Thank you for listening.